Welcome, ladies, to the Real Estate InvestHER Show, providing inspiration, strategies, and insight to empower women investors to live balanced and financially free lives. Now, here are your co-hosts, Liz and Andresa.
Welcome back, everyone. This is Liz.
And this is Andresa.
Welcome back to the Real Estate InvestHER Show. Our mission, our focus, our passion is to empower women to live a financially free and balanced life. And we're back with a minisode. I'm going to be talking about how to find the right partners to buy multifamily, which is everyone or a lot of women in our community's goal these days, small, large, but multifamily is a big asset for a lot of the women we serve. So I'm going to talk about how to structure these amazing deals.
I like that a lot because finding partners, everybody can find it. The key is finding the right partner. And that's where the work needs to be done, ladies and gentlemen listening to us today.
Okay, so this came up, and I love that we've created a community on Andresa. We don't just have a podcast, just have meetups across the country, just anything. We have so many different ways that we can connect and be in community with the women and men that we're serving out there with what we're up to in terms of our commitments. What I love about Strive, which is our membership, is that women post their concerns, their challenges. And so we're that support network to them, right? We're their board, if you will, to kind of bounce things off of. And something that one of the Strive members said, or asked, I should say, in our private Facebook groups, she said, she basically just said, I'm looking to buy stabilized small multifamily properties, right? And she goes, what would be the best partners for me to work with? And that was just kind of the general question that she asked. So there's a couple of things I really wanted to kind of share with all of you as you're thinking about partners. Number one, partners are not all created equal. We all know that. But more importantly, you need to know the type of asset specifically that works best for different partners. So here's what I mean by that. If you have a stabilized multifamily, which basically means in the world of multifamily investing is that, it's already been renovated. You have tenants in place. The building is, stabilized. It's at rent and at capacity and really just, pretty much creating cash flow for you, hopefully, if you have your numbers right, and increasing in value, right? It's completely stable. So therefore, if you're like, I'm going to go buy this, more of call it a turnkey or just a stabilized asset. People are selling those all the time. I know as investors, Andresa, we like value add and we just want it, dilapidated and the uglier and the more beat up that we can get it.
Yeah, many times
better.
When I get inside properties and they say, yeah, they renovated those units and did not renovate those. I was like, why? I want it all bad, smelly.
Exactly.
No, because then I'm looking at the renovation, I was like, oh, I need to rip all of this out.
Correct.
Oh,
so
again.
So most of the time we're looking at deal like that, but there could come an opportunity where it's stable, right? And it might need some work over the years and it works for your numbers. So now what do you want to if you're thinking, okay, I'm going to go buy this property. I want to buy this property. I'm going to go find a private lender to lend me money for that stabilized asset. And that wouldn't work as well. So here's what you want to think about, even just from a technical perspective. You're either you can enroll a private lender in an opportunity for investing, or you can enroll more of an equity partner. And those two tools in your toolbox are used in different circumstances. So when it comes to stable assets, or I should say unstable assets or more value add assets, the question is the exit. You need to know, how am I going to exit from this property? If you're buying a stable asset today and you want to hold it for 10 years, that's your time frame. The question would be, if I bring a private lender in here, remember, if they're loaning you money, they want their money back. If they're loaning you money for 10 years, you know how much interest you're going to pay? I don't want to pay that interest. Do you want to pay that interest, Andresa? No way.
Thanks.
No, that's right. So lenders in your toolbox of private money.
Wait a minute. If I am the lender, I'll take it.
Exactly. That's a good deal for you, right? But, as lenders, people want to keep working. They want to make their money work for them, right? In and out, short term, beginning, middle, and end. So that private lenders are great for more of a value add, dilapidated property that you're adding the value, you're increasing the actual worth of the property, and you're going to have an exit, a quicker exit within a year, whether it's a refinance, which is something you need to be mindful of with the interest rates increasing and where they're at. And then number two is a sale. Those are the two exits, right? You're either getting people's money out from a refinance, or you're getting it out from a sale. So with a stabilized asset, if you're buying a stabilized asset today, you're not going to sell it in a year and be able to do that. So that's where a lender wouldn't work. A private equity partner would be more of an appropriate partner for that type of deal. Now, I have to caution you, and I'm going to give you a shameless plug to make sure you check out my husband's book, Matt Fairclough's book on raising private money, published by Bigger Pockets. But he goes into this very, very specifically on how you need to be mindful of and structure these type of projects in a very simple way. You have to be active partners together. You're married and you go buy the stabilized asset for $200,000. It's maybe a duplex or what have you in an area. I don't know if those numbers work for your areas. And Joe is going to put in 50 grand or whatever the down money is, and maybe some construction. If it's stable, you probably won't need much. And he also has a role in the company. Maybe he is the one that, balances the books. He does the bookkeeping, but he has another role than just putting 50 grand in. So then you, Mary, and Joe can go buy that property together, and you don't put any money in, and it's not a syndication, and you're not going to have to file with the SEC because you're both active partners together. That works. And that can work. And then you can structure it the way it works, what kind of work you're putting in, what you're bringing to the table, they're bringing to the table, personalities, right? Because you're creating a marriage with them. You're creating a business marriage with them as equity partners. As a lender, they're lending you money. So they're much more appropriate for those dilapidated value add type of projects, type of multis, where you're buying it as a duplex and you're converting it to a short-term rental, and you're going to increase your income and your value of that property because you're converting it, right? Whatever the play is, but lenders need to be paid back, and it's all about a beginning, middle, and end. They need a refinance, they need a sale, and then they're out. They get their money back, they get their interest, and then they want to put their money back to work again. And the beautiful thing about lenders when you start to work with them is that they want to put their money to work. They actually don't want their money back, right? They want to put their money to work again, and they're going to want to put their money again with you if the project went well. So again, think short-term on lenders, think more long-term on equity. And equity is a partnership, and that's a true partnership from the perspective of like a business partnership. Lenders are a partner because they're partnering with you in the sense like a holistically. On paper, though, they're lending you money, right? So again, stabilized equity partner. I would go down the lender side on not I would say unstable, but the value add properties. So I just wanted to give you some clarity because that was asked in our Strive community, and I wanted to be really clear on what tool to use and which type of assets.
And it all starts with conversations with people to see where they're at in their real estate investment journey. You cannot find partners by like, do you want to partner up? Who can partner up with me? And listen, this seems so like, who does that? Yeah, people do that. I've seen it. I've seen it a lot in our Facebook group, and people are like, cool, take a step back, right? You don't want to partner up with a lot of people. Not everybody qualifies to be a partner. You don't want any partner. If you don't have your criteria about what you're looking for, your sales list, diversify on what you're bringing to the table, time, money, expertise, all the resources, and really align on the goals and the values. That's how you find the right partner for any type of asset class. But that starts with a conversation where you share where you're up to, and you're also seeking to understand where are they at in their journey.
Yeah.
So thanks so much for listening. Let us know if you guys have any questions about this subject. I know this could be an entire episode where we can break it down for all of you. Let us know on our Facebook group. If you have any questions, we're more than happy to support you. Thanks so much for listening.
If you enjoyed this podcast and want to receive updates on our next interviews, go to our website, therealestateinvestor.com. There, you can subscribe to our show, become part of our investor community, and get updates on upcoming episodes.
If you like our show, please share with other women who would benefit. And don't forget to leave us a rating on iTunes. We'd really appreciate it. And as always, we encourage you to take one action as a result of today's show and put it into motion so you can live both a financially free and balanced life. Thanks for spending time with us.
Ciao.